Hi there, my name's Andy, and welcome to the Film Raw channel. I've literally just set this up, and I just thought I better get a video up straight away. Just to let you know what this channel is about. Um, it's just going to be all things DC related, DC movies, and the Snyderverse specifically, because it is the greatest cinematic achievement ever, and it's going forward, and that is the best news ever. So yeah, I just wanted to make a quick, like I said, a quick first video, talking about the Zack Snyder interview with Grace Randolph yesterday, which came out of the blue. I think as Zack fans, we've all been kind of waiting. I think we've been spoilt with little drip feeds of information, and Zack did a big Q&A on Vero a couple of weeks ago, and then now we're just in that stage where we want more, and it's been like a couple of weeks where we haven't had anything, and we've got Justice Con coming up, which everyone obviously is looking forward to, and I think just gearing up and waiting to hear what Zack was going to say on Saturday night. But like I said, out of the blue, there was an interview with Zack on Grace Randolph's channel yesterday. And I just wanted to mention a couple of things on there. First of all, he looked amazing. To me, and this word has negative connotations, but he looked not just happy, but he looked smug. And I mean that in a good way, because believe me, I love Zack, but he looked, like I said, smug in the sense that he's kind of staring down people like Jeff Johns and John Berg as if to say, you tried and you messed around with my film, but now I'm going to bring it back better than you ever wanted. And that was really good, and his hair looked cool. Yeah, just a couple of things I wanted to say about it. The interview was, first of all, the length, the 240 minutes he said was going to be exceeded. I think this was pretty obvious that was going to happen. I mean, he's mentioned 4-hour movies, and 4 hours is 240 minutes, so we're getting that at least. But he didn't say whether it would be a movie or a series. Personally, I want it to be a movie. I just want to sit back and watch 4 hours of Justice League all at once. And I'm sure even if it does come out as a series, it will kind of come out, as one giant film to buy eventually. But that initial watch, I just want to fester for 4 hours and watch it. Whether he does or not, who knows? And maybe that takes on to the other thing where he said he was going to have an announcement on Saturday, along with the clip. Obviously, the clip is going to be brilliant. I hope it's more than 30 seconds. I hope it's more than a minute. Although I don't know, it's hard to judge, because with Zack, he does kind of tease things on the down low and then release something amazing that none of us are expecting. So, a clip of a couple of minutes would be good, but I'll take anything at the moment. And yeah, as for his announcement, he used the word side. I think he used the word side when he mentioned announcement. Now, whether that means it's just an extra thing on the side of the announcement, or it's related to Justice League, like a side project, and whether that's the return of Batfleck in a movie or a TV series on HBO Max, or a Cyborg TV series. I don't think he's going to might mention, but I don't think he's going to confirm a Batfleck continuation yet. I think he's going to save that for the DC Fandom in August. I don't know. I think that is such a major announcement that I don't know. I think he's going to hold on to that for a little while yet. What else could it be? It could be an announcement of a sequel to Justice League in the form of a movie or another HBO TV series. I'm not sure. Again, whether he announces that yet, I'm not sure. It could be because I think he said it would be a nice thing for the fans, but that could just be something as simple as the release date or showing a poster or I don't know, something else. But I think like I said, I think he's going to hold on to the Batfleck announcement, and I'm convinced that the Batfleck thing is happening. I know there's been a lot of talk about that it's not going to happen now because obviously you've got the Matt Reeves TV series coming up based on his version of Batman. But Zack was making all the right noises about. I mean, he mentioned a multiverse, and he mentioned how his world will be continuing. Really, I think that's what he was hinting at, without specifically saying, yeah, the Snyderverse is going to continue. But I think he did say you're entering the Snyderverse. I think that's what he said, and I think that kind of terminology means that it's continuing. Whether that's going to be Batfleck. I mean, it is going to be Batfleck. As far as I'm concerned, it is going to be Batfleck. There's a couple of YouTubers I've watched, one War Stew that I've watched, he's been right on quite a lot of things before, especially with Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I think he's right on this as well. And he seems fairly convinced, and he could be wrong, but I think he's right, and I think it is going to happen. I think the hints, even though they're tiny, like the poster he released, Zack released of Batfleck in the nightmare sequence, saying, "Is he real?" I mean, I don't think he'd post stuff like that if it was not happening. I don't think he'd get the hopes up of fans based on what's happened in the last couple of years. He's obviously been getting fans' hopes up, and there was a couple of times where I grew a little frustrated where he was getting my hopes up so much for a Snyder Cut happening, but there was no announcement. But I think he knew that it was going to happen. So looking back at that now, I don't think he wasn't doing that just to wind people up and tease them to the point where you're desperate for it, but it's never going to happen. I think he knows it's going to happen, and I think the same thing with Batfleck, and I think HBO Max and Warner Media, AT&T, whoever is in charge, I think they're all up for going big. So yeah, that's what I think. Like I said, I think his announcement will be probably a release date, but that's based on just a gut feeling. I don't have anything other than that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say really, just for this initial video. The production values of these videos will get better. All I've got at the moment is a laptop and a microphone, but I will get some better equipment, so it won't always look like me sitting in my living room. I mean, I may be sitting in my living room, but I'll make it look like I'm sitting in a really flash living room with a backlight. Yeah, so that's it really. I'm looking forward to Justice Con and the girls who have organised that. It's an amazing job that they've done, and here in England I'll be watching it late at night for the Zack stuff particularly, but the whole thing I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, you can subscribe if you feel like it. I'm not sure whether you will yet, but hopefully you will. Believe me, there's going to be a lot more to come. I'll be doing trailer reactions, discussing topics to do with DC. As I said, films, TV shows, all that stuff, and I'll be having a rant as well. But I do love to rant. I really do love to rant. So I might get a bit angry here and there. Who knows? But yeah, you can subscribe. I haven't got my Twitter page set up yet, but you can follow me personally on Twitter at Mr. Andy Boy. That's Mr. Andy Boy. Yeah, hopefully we can connect, and hopefully at some point I can, talk to other YouTubers, and we can all have a go. So yeah, take care. Speak soon.